Hello everybody, it's that college football guy here with another video. Here in, okay, spent the night in Minnesota last night. Went about down the road, took 15 minutes down the road, got loaded up, right? No, that quick, 15 minutes to get there and took 3 hours to get loaded. So now I'm here in Eola, Missouri, like 45 minutes northwest of St. Louis. Um, Getting back in tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon. Get home. Oh boy, gonna be a fun one, and an early start. I'm looking at getting to work at 6 a.m. at the earliest on Sunday. I should say on Monday, to deliver load Tuesday morning in upstate Pennsylvania. They just love sending me there. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about is like I did before. I did the game predictions because I ran hard today. I'm going to give the game predictions for the 4 games for tomorrow. And give those early. The Peach Bowl, the Music City Bowl, the Orange Bowl, and the Arizona Bowl. All right, first off, we got the Peach Bowl. It's Ole Miss against Penn State. Penn State's a 4.5-point favorite. Ole Miss has a lot of players out in the portal. Most of them are bench players, except for their starting edge rusher, Johnson. Cedric Johnson, he's out. He's in the portal. Penn State has only 4 players opting out, but they lost their defensive coordinator, so now you're running a whole new defensive system. High-powered offense that won 10 games, and you're starting a defensive coordinator, interim and otherwise, in his first game against them. I don't like those odds. I'm going to pick Ole Miss to actually go with the insiders, the Sharks, and pick Ole Miss to beat Penn State. Music City Bowl. Here's one where the Sharks and I don't agree. Auburn against Maryland. Auburn's a 5.5-point favorite. Peyton Thorne for Auburn will start. They're going to have all of their stuff going on there. There have a few opt-outs and things on there, but nothing really significant. Maryland starting quarterback Talia Tagovailoa. He's opted out. He will either enter the NFL draft or possibly petition for a 6th year and transfer somewhere else. I think it's Edwards is going to be taking over as a starting quarterback. The number 1 tight end's out, plus more players out in the portal, or injured, or opted out. With your starting quarterback gone, you're on a backup, your number 1 tight end's gone, opt-outs. Auburn doesn't have that many significant opt-outs. The offense is ready to go. Maryland was the better team, and the insiders are picking Maryland. No. I'm going against the insiders, and I'm picking Auburn to beat Maryland because you don't have your starting quarterback. You don't have your security blanket, which was one of his better options. You go in with a backup quarterback who hasn't had that many snaps. I just don't like that, and Auburn's relatively, for starters-wise, intact. Not good. All right. The biggest mismatch of the night. The Orange Bowl, Georgia against Florida State. Georgia's 18.5-point favorite. And the one I've seen it as high as 22.5. Georgia, no Brock Bowers, the end of the era. Brock Bowers is opting out, preparing for the NFL draft. One of their starting linebackers, Jamon Dumas Johnson, has opted out. A couple of corners have opted out. Too many to name. Florida State, same thing. Too many to name. Starting quarter, they're starting their 3rd stringer. Brock Glennon, I think his name is. He's going to be starting, or Brock Glenn will start. For Florida State, you got a 3rd stringer against a Georgia defense. And you have almost as many opt-outs as Florida State does. Florida State, I like to say I hope we get to win this game, but just even with Brock Bowers out, Carson Beck is back and firing it. You're on a 3rd-string quarterback. I'm sorry, I just don't see this. I see Georgia winning this game and actually covering the 18.5. They may win by 25 or more. The Arizona Bowl. Toledo versus Wyoming. Wyoming, a 3.5-point favorite. Toledo starting quarterback DeQuan Finn. He went into the portal. He's now with Baylor. Tucker Gleason will be taking over starting quarterback. Since Toledo was a subscriber school, I actually paid attention to Toledo. Tucker filled in when DeQuan Finn was down, and actually, if memory serves correctly, he did a come from behind win or help them rally to get a win or something like that against Western Michigan. I think that was Western or Eastern Michigan. One of the Michigans. I think it was Western. So he'll be out. So they're going to do with the backup quarterback, running back, everything else pretty much intact. Wyoming, they really didn't have any opt-outs. They had a couple of minor injuries. Nobody's in the portal, really. So the team's pretty much intact. Wyoming's a 3.5-point favorite. You're on a backup quarterback. For Toledo, I got to pick Wyoming to win and cover the 3.5. Backup quarterback's giving the willies. He's played some, but I don't know about that one. Tomorrow, when I get done, I'll be doing a video in the evening, possibly New Year's Eve, depending on how things go, about some possibilities here. I heard one that that people have done about who the Big Ten would take, and I saw the list, and I'm like, the Big Ten is not poaching anybody from the SEC right now. The Big Ten's not going to get anybody from the Big 12 right now. The Big 12's not going to take Big 12. The Big Ten's not anybody from the Big 12 right now. The Big Ten's not going to get Oregon State or Washington State. I've seen all these fan theories, and I've said this before. Look, everybody else is saying they're going to take these guys, except anybody who's actually in the Big Ten, who's a decision maker. And I've said this in comments, on a lot of comments on the videos I've done. The last time the Big Ten took a non-AAU school was Michigan State in 1949. And the problem was the argument I got sent to me by a couple of people in messages, not on comments on videos, but on messages was, well, Stanford and Cal were considered. And I'm like, Stanford and Cal are AAU, Oregon and Washington were AAU. They picked between 2 out of 4 AAU schools. Stanford and Cal are still considered. I'll go into that with some things on there. And also I got one for the SEC cooking fired up. As well as an ACC ranking. I got a bunch of stuff going on here for doing conference realignment, including the domino effect of what would happen with the grant of rights for conferences if they all went away. Just that's the scary proposition. Because I don't think either this is going to reach a settlement, or this may go all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. Get petition to go up that way. And I think with the money people behind this, I think it would go to the Supreme Court. I think the Supreme Court would hear the case regarding Florida State's lawsuit against the ACC and their grant of rights, and the exit fees are excessive. And that grant of rights, they have no right to enforce them. If grant of rights get nullified, folks, that means all of them are gone, and it's a complete free-for-all. We think of realignment was bad before. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself on a little teaser for tomorrow, if I have time to do it. If not, it's going to be done I'm going to have to do it tomorrow, because I got to do a video tomorrow regarding, what day is today, 29th? I should say I can do a video tomorrow about that, because the 31st, I got to do a video about the predictions for the New Year's games, because I'm going to be running like a madman. I'm not even going to be able to watch the college football playoff. I'm going to have a little recorder in here and just do something on that. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching the video. If you haven't done it already, please smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, it helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think about this. And if you have any realignment ideas that I haven't already mentioned, bring those up, because it's going to start. I also got a video to do. I got to embarrass myself 1 week after the national championship game. Tradition I did last year. I made predictions for the schedules for every single conference that we do predictions for at the beginning of the year. Every team in the ACC, the Big 10, the Big 12, the Pac-12, the SEC, the American, the Mountain West, and the Sun Belt. I did predictions for all of them, for every team in the conferences, as well, for all of their schedules, as well as conference championship games for their all. And I got to go through and do that again. And See if I can beat my number from last year. I may have done a little bit better on the championship games, but the rest of it, we'll see. So, again, thanks everybody for watching. Like and comment on the video. It helps the algorithm, helps the video be seen by more people. And if you haven't done it already, hey, check out the video I've done, some other ones. And if you like the video, subscribe. You know, I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers. We're getting close. We're about 20 or so away. Trying to make things happen here. So thanks everybody for watching. Hope everybody's enjoying their Friday. I'm shut it down early because traffic in St. Louis is bad, and I could lose an hour and a half of traffic and maybe get 10 miles because of accidents. Not good. So thanks everybody for watching. Be safe, and please be good to each other.